Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Angel at Q Studios for a rant or rave, or rant and rave. Maybe we'll do both. I don't know. It's anybody's game. Um, so today we're gonna review Spider-Man. No Way Home. I almost said Far From Home, but that's not correct. Ah, and what I thought of it. So let's get into it. So Spider-Man, um, gosh, this is gonna mess me up. No Way Home. What did I think about the movie? Um, um, Great movie. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I was a little concerned that they were talking about, the multiverse and getting everybody kind of together. There was speculation that there was going to be, obviously we knew um, um, Doc Ock was going to be in there because, they had him in the trailer, and they, made it appear that Green Goblin was going to be in there. But I was kind of concerned that they were going to really speculate everything so much, and then there was going to be a letdown that it wasn't going to be good. Which, by the way, there are spoilers. So if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, please do. I'm also going to try to find that clip and link it below of all of the Spider-Man recaps. It's kind of interesting. It's like 16 minutes, and it's good. It's good whether you saw the movie or not. It just kind of links everything together, and you're like, oh yeah. Because I haven't seen Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man since probably we went to the movies. And I don't remember some of the characters, like some of the evil guys, the villains. So it's good. You should check it out. But there's 100% spoilers in this. And if you don't know that by now, well, I'm trying to warn you. Spoilers. So I thought they were basically going to say, hey, this is what's going to happen. And then none of the Spider-Men were going to be in it. It was just going to be Tom Holland. But I was wrong. They had Tobey Maguire, which was my Spider-Man. I think me and Jeremy went to see that movie, I don't know, like 6-8 times actually in the theater. We're like, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Let's go to Spider-Man again. Okay. And then the other Spider-Man, which I can't think of his name. Oh my god. Dang it, what was his name? Gosh, it's right. I could see his little fuzzy hair and everything. Andrew Garfield. I knew it was a G. Andrew Garfield. And then, of course, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. I felt like it was a great movie. I feel like, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, I feel like there could have been something else. Just something else. I don't know what it was, but I felt like, even though it was great, I felt like it was lacking something. I couldn't kind of put my picture, like my thumb on it, but I felt like there was something just a little bit missing. And I wasn't like, if it was a 9 out of a 10, or like it was out of 10. I would say it was a 9.8. Um, so like I thought it was a really great movie. I don't cry in real life, but when it comes to movies, I'm a big baby, and I probably cried through like half that movie. Um, and I have a little bit of a rant to kind of go with this. And I don't know where the article is, but they said that that Marvel fans are killing movies. And you, sir, are incorrect. Because Marvel fans get too excited, or I guess comic fans get too excited, and so we're killing the movie experience. And to you, sir, or ma'am, I don't even remember, that is incorrect. There is nothing better than when you get into a theater, and if you don't like that, don't go on opening day. I mean, that's what, you know what I mean? I remember the first time going into, when they brought, the end game, when they started bringing people back that had been dusted. Oh my gosh, people freaked out. And when Tom Holland came back, that's why they paused. That is why you notice they paused. And there's Tom Holland as Spider-Man, because they knew everybody's gonna freak out. And you know what? They did. Okay? Because that is part of the experience of movie films. Now, I'm not saying jump around and act stupid so that you miss like the whole movie. I'm not talking about that. That's just kind of a jerky thing to do. But like clapping, they said that the Marvel fans laughed at stuff that wasn't funny, or they clapped when like Daredevil came in as the lawyer, like Matt Murdock, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's great," and we clapped. Well, you know what? Because we're excited, man. And what do you do when you get excited? You just, whoa! Yes! So, to that, sir, I think is incorrect. If we want to get loud, if we're not bothering, I'm not saying like hate your neighbor. I mean, don't get excited and Thor punch somebody or Hulk punch somebody in the face. Don't do that. But if you get excited, go ahead and clap. Woo! Go! Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow. Anyways. So that's my little bit of rant, because that's not, I don't know, why you gotta hating on people watching movies? And he said, maybe I'm a curmudgeon old man. Yes, sir, you are. So I must have been a man, because he said curmudgeon old man. So I was just like, whatever. That's ridiculous, whatever. Great. And I totally forgot my train of thought. Great movie. When they, they have this whole thing, I love how when they started the movie, they literally started it like right at this point. And I thought they were going to be like, oh, a month later. They started like, what? They started right here, and everybody started, surrounding MJ, which in real life, if they would have known, I mean, I don't know how they knew, but that was Peter Parker's girlfriend. That was a little bit unrealistic. I mean, after a while, they would have known. They had the scene when the house is being surrounded, because, I mean, this is, oh my gosh, I feel like something's in mind. This is 100% in a social media world. They know they're going to be right on his front steps. They're going to be surrounding, and having, that whole scene with Aunt May and, MJ. It's pretty amazing. But then when Aunt May, when she got it, Marissa Tomei, what a fantastic actress. So amazing. But when she got, when she was like, there's going to be a Walking Dead spoiler, so just skip this point. It was like when they killed Glenn. When you thought, okay, the red hair guy got it. Or no, when he was underneath the dumpster and you're like, oh my god, Glenn is so dead. He's dead. And they just left him. And then he wasn't. And then I could go a whole rant on that one scene. And then he didn't. why y'all gonna do that to us? He's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. And then she's like, I'm not. Oh man, emotional, so emotional. I was like a little baby, just tears running down. Okay, there weren't some tears. That was for one. I also thought when they brought the Spider-Man in, I really thought, I was not a fan. I did not like Andrew Garfield, but I thought he was kind of a little bit more serious than Spider-Man. I know some of the things that me and Remy talk about is how, like, sometimes the superheroes, they've got like these one-liners and it's like funny. But Peter Parker was very, kind of like a smart aleck, and very like, almost like, just kind of a smart ass. And like, he's just a young kid, and I thought Andrew Garfield really played it a very serious role. And I think he got dealt maybe not the greatest hand as Spider-Man, because the way, I mean, the Gwen Stacy scene, I didn't expect that. When he caught her, I mean, I know it happened in the movie or in the comics, but I still did not. And even after that happened, I was like, oh, he's gonna wake up, it's gonna be a dream or something, because I was just like, Spider-Man can't lose, like, that's stupid, like, he's a good guy. But unfortunately, Gwen Stacy did die, and that really sucked. And it sucked in the comic, it sucked in the movies, and I feel like that was, whatever. So when they brought him back, and then they brought Tobey Maguire back, I mean, of course, everybody freaked out. They had given Andrew Garfield more lines, which I thought was really good, because he was more, like, a little bit more of a jokester, and I thought he really came to play in this one. I thought it was really good, and great thing. I like all the punchlines, all the hidden Easter eggs, kind of like, oh, you're amazing, and I'm just a lame Spider-Man and whatever. And then because you saw in the video Zendaya, MJ, like, falling to her death, and I was like, oh, are they gonna do it again? If they kill her, I'll be so mad. And then she falls, and then Green Goblin, I think it's Green Goblin, did the thing, and I was like, oh. And then Andrew Garfield, I mean, that's a tearjerker, man. I'm totally not getting choked up. I think it was so redeeming for him, and the actor, Andrew Garfield's emotion, like, are you okay? And then he's like, pretty much like completely broken up, even though it's not his MJ, it's his MJ, it's not MJ, in the universe, but it's Gwen Stacy, and it's just like, he gets that redeeming quality, and like, literally, he saved the girl. I mean, it wasn't his girl, and it's still tragic. I'm like Jeremy, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, that was such a great thing. That's so great. Oh my gosh, gives me chills. It made me, I'm like, because you could see when and then, Aunt May's dying, and then Tom Holland is really struggling, and they have that moment where they're on top of the school roof, and it was just a beautiful moment, and they were like reminiscing on, like, Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility, and you can see that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is just completely still broken up about Gwen Stacy. I mean, I could talk about just the emotional, the metaphor of, life in that moment. And then, of course, Tobey Maguire. And you can almost see, like, it's almost like young, middle, old Spider-Man. And Tobey Maguire's not old, but, like, it was like the Spider-Man that is young and full of life and spirit, and to the point where he gets broken. Then you see him kind of like broken and bitter, and he couldn't save him. And then you see Tobey Maguire, the guy that's working on things, that has accepted maybe like a work-life balance, you know, because you can't superhero all the time. You gotta have some life, right? So I think that was really cool how they did that, and man, that was really really good. And then you see Tom Holland; he's just broken. Aunt May, and he's still going through the motions of grief and anger. Here he's sacrificed so much for this world, and he's an Avenger and all this other stuff. And then I didn't even talk about Doctor Strange. I totally forgot about that part. And then it's just he's so angry. I mean, and it's just like you could see the emotion. Tom Holland is a phenomenal actor, and I think he is just going to do so much. I think he's going to be he's already like top A-list actor, but I think he's going to go far if he decides to continue acting, because there is things that saying he might stop and start a family, which is fine. You can act and start a family, bro. But whatever, Tom Holland, you do you, boo. Doctor Strange, that fight in the mirror world, dude, that was sick. That was really wicked. I loved it. It was great. Oh, and they were flipping, and I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna throw up. This is amazing. It's like a bad roller coaster. It's awesome. So fantastic. And it's so funny because certain characters like Doctor Strange, maybe like Hawkeye, I think it's easy to be like, oh yeah, he's magic, he just throws stuff, whatever. Like he can manipulate time. And you see it maybe, maybe in a comic book, and you think, oh, that's kind of dumb. But then you see like if that happened in real life, you'd be like, what? I mean, like seriously, you're like, oh, Hawkeye, he's just a guy with a bow and arrow. I've heard that so many times. That guy sucks. He's not even good. But like, if you were hanging out with somebody and they were just like, fling, and they flicked a quarter and opened it, you'd be like, what? I mean, they have whole TikTok videos about people throwing ping pong cups into cups. So, what? Yes. Anywho, that was a little aggressive. I apologize. That was a bit much. I'm sorry. So that was really cool. Green Goblin, dude. I mean, oh man, William Dafoe. That dude's nasty. What? He is like the greatest villain of all time. What a psychopath. I mean, you want to talk about a great actor. I mean, is there going to be another Green Goblin like William Dafoe? I'm going to say no. I mean, that dude is like Heath Ledger Joker, man. I haven't even seen that movie, and I know that's terrible. But he died, and I hadn't seen it, and I don't want to see it because then he'll be dead. I mean, I know he's still dead, but then it'll be real. And I don't want him to be remembered as the crazy Joker. But I hear it's the best one. I know don't give me crap. I already know. I know all the crap y'all are going to say. I'm a loser. I didn't do it. I need to watch it. It's the best one. He's giving me all this crap. So you're good. You don't need to roast me. He's already done it for you. I mean, man, William Dafoe. I mean, he was good in the first one. But when they brought him back and he was crazy as hell again. And then you're like, oh my gosh, you didn't know? In like that whole split personality. Where before I felt like he gave into it. In the second one, he was really trying to fight it. And just the whole curing everybody and giving them a second chance, and that being the whole reason why Aunt May died. Oh man, you did it to us again, Marvel. Y'all did it again. That's right, I said y'all. Just for you, Nick. Dang it, man. What an emotional roller coaster, because you were like happy, and then you're like, oh, Spider-Man, oh, Aunt May died. And then, for real though, if y'all, I mean, like, how did nobody see this coming? When he was gonna kill Green Goblin and Toby stopped it and they had that like eye lock, I thought they were gonna web him. But as soon as he was holding him, I was like, that's it. They're gonna kill Tobey Maguire. And then he gets stabbed, and I was like, oh. If they would have killed him, oh my god, I would have been so bad. But they didn't. He's just hurting. He's like, oh my god, I've been stabbed before. This sucks. End credits. WandaVision. Yes. I know it's Doctor Strange. And she's like, hey, but it's gonna have Wanda in it. And I love me some Wanda. She is a badass, and I don't even know. I'm so excited. I don't even know. I don't even know, y'all. Yay. And then of course, yes, it's gonna be super amazing. Can't wait. I kind of wish we didn't have to wait, but we do have to wait. So that's pretty much it. I thought it was a great movie. 9.8, 9.9 out of 10. Great movie. I felt like, I don't know what it was. Maybe I felt like, I don't know what it was. There was just something. And I'm not saying I didn't like I loved the movie. I don't know if it's my favorite superhero movie ever. Maybe top 3. But that's pretty much it. I love the storyline. I love the story arc. I love how in the end everything is it's Spider-Man. I mean, he's got the homemade suit, the T, homemade suit. We didn't even talk about the fact that nobody knows who he is, Peter Parker. Man, this dude's like lost Aunt May, and now he can't even talk to anybody because nobody knows who the hell Peter Parker is. That's just some BS, man. And then he goes to the thing, and she's got and he was like, oh, hey. And then he looks at her, and he realizes the Band-Aid, and he's like, I can't do this to her. And he just walks off. Like, man. Oh, man. Dude has no friends. I mean, even the original Spider-Man had a friend. I mean, he died his arm because he's trying to kill him. But, dude, what? He doesn't know anybody. I mean, like, Happy didn't remember. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is. What kind of... And, I mean, I guess, technically, he has his Avenger friends. Because, like, technically, does the Avengers know that he was Spider-Man? Right? I don't know. Like, did everybody just forget he's Peter Parker, but they know him as Spider-Man and he's an Avenger? So, like, but then, I don't know. Sad. Poor guy with no friends, but he's a superhero, so he'll make friends. Whatever, that's fine. He'll make some cool friends. Gwen Stacy. I don't know, but that's pretty much it. Hopefully you've seen the movie, or I just spoiled the entire plot, story, and future of that movie. But it's your fault because I really tried to warn you. I thought it was a great movie. Y'all should definitely check it out. If you have not, and if you have, what are your thoughts on it? What do you think about the movie? Am I crazy? Because I thought maybe there was just one thing missing, and I don't know what it was. What y'all really like about the movie? I mean, I love the fact that they really incorporated everybody into the movie, and they brought all the super villains back. They brought, to the Spider-Man, and I thought it was fantastic. And of course, Tom Holland, William Dafoe, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Zendaya, his best friend, Benedict Cumberbatch. Everybody that was in the movie, I thought did a really good job acting-wise. And I think they did some really super emotional topics, and I think they went through his origin story in sort of a backwards way. Like it's kind of the end of his journey, and then this may be his last MCU, and I think it was interesting to see it in that order. And I always wonder, like, if they meant to do this when they wrote it, or if they're like, you know what we should do? Everybody's been talking about in this multiverse. Let's just do it. But this opens so much. I know that Black Widow is dead, and I know they're not going to bring her counterpart from another universe back. But it gives me a little bit of hope that maybe they will. So Marvel, if you're watching, please bring her back, even if it's not her. I mean, I know we have the new Widow. Yelena. I mean, she's kind of a badass too, and I really like her, but I miss Scarlett Johansson and that Black Widow. Oh well, we can't have what we want. Anywho, I hope y'all are having a great day, night, weekend, day, whenever. I don't know if this is going to be our last video before Christmas. Maybe not. So Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Stay safe to all those who are getting snow. Be careful. And, that's it. Hugs and kisses.